Jacque Vaughn is no longer the interim head coach for the Brooklyn Nets. He is their head coach. The Nets announcing that on Wednesday ahead of their game against the Knicks at the Barclays Center. GM Sean Marks said in a statement that Vaughn was the clear-cut best candidate to lead the group moving forward. He cited Vaughn's knowledge of the organization and his ability to hold players accountable. Now, the Nets, in the wake of firing Steve Nash, have been strongly linked to Boston Celtics suspended head coach Ime Udoka. He was seen as the person most likely to get the job, barring something unforeseen. Now, what had happened in recent days is publicly and privately, there was some pressure on the Nets to look away from Udoka because of his situation in Boston. Udoka had been suspended by the Celtics for the season, according to Boston ownership, because he had several transgressions citing team rules there. And one of those transgressions reportedly involved a relationship with a female staffer. So the Nets had contact with Udoka. There was due diligence being had by the Nets into Udoka's past, and there was momentum towards the hire. But I think that momentum stalled in recent days, again, due to public and private concerns over the Nets bringing in Udoka at the moment. And now the Nets move on with Vaughn. But I was told that even on Udoka's side, there was some concern about coming into this situation with Kyrie Irving suspended, team struggling, Kevin Durant coming off of a trade request, and then all the public backlash over his potential hire. There was a concern that this was not a great situation for Udoka, even from his side. So it seemed like both sides were coming into this thing with cold feet, and now it falls apart. The Nets move ahead with Jacque Vaughn. One interesting thing here is Kevin Durant, obviously, trade requests in the offseason and then recommitted to the franchise. He was close with Udoka, and Udoka was one of the few assistant coaches with the Nets on Steve Nash's staff that held Durant and Irving accountable, challenged them, coached them aggressively, and this was seen as a move, the Udoka hire, as something that Durant would be on board with. Where he stands on Jacque Vaughn, I don't know, but it's just interesting to note here as things move forward here with the Nets and Jacque Vaughn as they try to get this season turned around.